The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On play action, Allen. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. They'll run on first down. Muhammad. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Being chased out left. The left side completion to Jones. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain there of 30 big ones. Well, how about the passing numbers so far on this first drive?
Oh, no doubt about it. They're flinging it around pretty successfully. And look at the start. The confidence level that we see in him rising because he's hit a few early. And how about the last one? The big shot right there.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Three and a half to go, first quarter. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down.
Hey, Charlie!
So the shotgun snap to Allen. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football. And your whole...
And the ball is knocked out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Carey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Mayfield on first down. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Jerry Hughes, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. To throw, Mayfield. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Touch all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From midfield, here's Allen. He's got his running back, LaShawn McCoy. Past the 20. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, Let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. We take a look ahead at what's to come later tonight. Sunday Night Football, it'll be the Vikings and the Cowboys from AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And then tomorrow night, we've got the Seahawks and the Niners from Levi Stadium. And we were in the Bay Area for the Raiders on Thursday night. Now right back out to watch the Niners on Monday night. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mayfield trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Throwing, Mayfield. And that's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Mayfield to throw it. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Lorenzo Alexander. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Mayfield. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns get a score closer.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And terrific field position here as they finally get him just shy of the midfield stripe.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Yeah, baby.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a pass caught by Zay Jones. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Get some space. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Tyler Kroft, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead. Hauschka with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, But they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Looking downfield for Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Greedy Williams, the rookie from LSU. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Mayfield looks to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To the air, Allen. Throw left side complete. It's McCoy. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10.
I'm going back to you.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off at his own 47.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Mike 319. All day, just like that. Just like that.
A final shot before half for Allen. On the left side, he finds Beasley. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard, and while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
And getting our first update now from Nashville. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. They'll start the 3rd quarter on the ground with Hunt. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Now on 2nd and 13, Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Landry the intended target, and now it's 3rd down.
180. I can't believe they let you play.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? the better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 11-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Allen to throw. From the gun, he'll throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you've got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
180. Mike, 49. Push him back. Push him back. Hey, I'm 133.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. That sack by Tremaine Edmonds. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this foot. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Mike Burton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run with Muhammad.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. And some room to maneuver. T.J. Yeldon. 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. T.J. Yeldon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. A first down throw for Mayfield. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped, surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. Now Mayfield completes this to Callaway over on the right side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Baker Mayfield, as a rookie, 3 times he led the Browns back to victory in the 4th quarter. What can he do here in year number 2? Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. Oh, no, he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Room here to run. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Allen going to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards, a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. John Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bills will extend their lead. Hauschka with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he completes it to Hunt. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Now, that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth-quarter stop? And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
Set, 180. Mike 49. They're not ready for this, man.
Out of his end zone, Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they finally get him down, but not before he gets it up to the 46. A huge play there on the screen pass. 45 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Flushed out right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Check, 53's Mike. Focus, defense, focus.
On 1st down, Muhammad, and he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
At the 19-yard line.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they